I don't know, this bridge looks a bit dodgy here, right? I don't know if any structural engineers inspected this here or not. That one there looks a bit more firm. The thing is, if it's going to fall, you're safer falling in down there. All that needs is a wee piece of wood, join that together. But when you get a flood now, it's going to wash away. So, if you come here in 2026, that wee bridge might be lying out there somewhere. Oh, we must learn across it. So now we're going to do a cliff walk. So if everybody else has the same idea, they can't cross the bridge with it, we're going to have this cliff walk to ourselves today. The only thing with that, it could overgrow. I thought it'd be warm here. It's warm here. It is warm. The wind's coming from behind my back now. Let me see. Is that the two I was chatting to? I don't know. They're not seeing me anyway. I could have waved in, there's a bridge there. It's lovely here. So there's the Sweeney family living in that house. How you doing?
Hello there.
It's a bit warmer down this end.
Oh, lovely now. We're staying here.
Tell you what, sweltering here. See the heat? It's only 14 degrees. Now maybe if I had a t-shirt, it'd be different. But when you're wearing a thermal t-shirt and all the layers I'm wearing, 14 degrees and the breeze stops, sweltering. You can feel the heat of the sun, you know you get sunburned. Probably not getting sunburned in my face. Go back to work, people think I've been away abroad. The only part of my body is going to be red, my face. Everything else is going to be pure white. It's been wrapped up with keep the colour out. But all these wee hedges here have been cut back. I'd be worried if the wee bridge go and people stop walking it, they might start cutting all this and then the wee path would overgrow. But it's still been clipped back. All new green shoots are starting to come out now. 2025 shoots are coming out. So I always had the wee theory, this is my own wee theory here, could be completely false, but you ever watch them James Bond movies? I've said this in other videos, I still think it could be true, you know. You watch all these James Bond movies, and they always have these old houses, and don't they, and wall panelling, and they push a wee button, and then you go underground, there's a big industrial thing with robots and all high tech, you know, all these bases, and you see that wee harbour there. Like, look at that house there, it's always perfect. You never see nobody in it, there's no weddings in it, there's no nothing in it. And the wee fence doesn't look high security, does it? But you don't see anybody going in there, you don't see no weeds, you don't see no slits off, it's always perfect. You never see nothing happening in that harbour, but you don't know. That could be a British intelligence place, you don't know. There could be like 007, there could be underground stuff there, you know. And the wee nuclear submarines might be docking out there and wee submersibles coming in there and going into a big cavern like you see in James Bond. See it, my imagination's brilliant, you know. And they're going there and there'll be all these people with A4 clipboards coming out and all, handing over documents and all that. You don't know what's going on there, I tell you. And this house is a disguise for it. So they just keep the house, make it look pretty so nobody knows what's going on here. See that there? You think that's just a wee pipe? You don't know where that goes. That could be exhaust chute in case explosives goes off inside to let it escape. You don't know. But I reckon there's more to this than you first see. And see that wee thing up in the rock that looks like a wee thing for bus spot? That's, you know, Nimrod planes and all up there. There's probably all focused on it. There's definitely something going on here, but the Russians must never watched me all the videos to try and find out. Maybe now the Russians are watching me walk here now in the spy satellites. Maybe they have twigged on here. They might think I'm a special agent. And then there's a special agent of some kind. Alright? You don't know. But you need a wee bit of imagination, otherwise the world would be boring, wouldn't it? But that's like something you get in Scotland there. Maybe it was originally built by Scottish people. Because people will visit Scotland all the time here. It'd be handy to go from here to Scotland and go from here to Londonderry. Which is well built, like, perfect. well maintained. Oh, they could make this path a bit better. I'm tripping on it. Some people would abseil. Oh, she's shooting away now. Like, it's all water. I can't pick it up. It's all water. It's all drinking all that salt and all, isn't it? You try and tell her. Will she listen? No. I don't know. I started rolling the path. We need a flick with a stick there, didn't I? Flick with a stick. There's not many sticks out in this barren place here. The MI6 has got me in camera, I tell you, looking at this here. And we put a wee stick in that and chuck it off the cliff. Oh, that's job done there, boys. Job done. No way to go blind. They'll probably go blind falling over that bridge and hitting a rock, the head in a rock, rather than Luna's poo. But I can't waste a good bag in that. So as I was saying, there's one's abseil off here. They used to see it years ago. But you see the anchor points up here. Well, they still do it since COVID. I don't know. Have I been here since COVID, Luna? Maybe it's pre-COVID times I was last here. So that's a wee shortcut. But we'll go the scenic route here to see these wee anchor points. Some heat here, boys. Some heat. You see why they built the house on this side? Freezing crown on the other side. I'm going to have to zip I'm zipping down here. I'm zipping down. Let a wee bit of air in. So there's the anchor points for the abseilers. Don't know how they get back up. Did they climb back up? I've seen them going down. I've never seen them coming up. Now, Lana, no going off the cliff now. As you can see, she goes down pretty far there. That water looks lovely there. It looks, you could dive in that. There's no current in it. Looks really deep. So, man might want to know what this house looks like from behind. They haven't got much of a view from behind. But you stick your servants and all there. Or it might have been servants today. You stick your lower trainee MI6 ones to the back. Anybody who comes in from a submarine won't mind not having a view out the back of that. Be glad to get a bigger bed for a few nights. Now that there, look, that could be rare there. Oh, I'm in the shade, Don't want to take the sunlight off her. That could be very rare there, you know. Or it could be a very common thing, whatever it's called, common flower. Luna has seen something exciting there. She's snuffing away. That's a bit of a long video here, Luna, but like, what can you do with views like that? You can't shorten the like of that down, can you? So I'm going to stop recording this bit here now. We're going along this cliff path. There's people in front. If they have a dog with them, I might put Luna in the lead. I might put Luna in the lead anyway. I can't afford her to get all excited and jump off the cliff. But we'll get pretty close. Luna's alright, she doesn't run away ahead. They've got something, they've got a wheel, they've got a dog, or they've got a pushchair. There's something small beside them. Oh, the wee cool breeze is coming back. I wanted to try and go on the Gaints causeway today, you know, but I think we might just go down there. I've been tempted to do the whole walk, you know, the Gaints causeway walk as well. I've never done it before, but I'm not at work for a lot of days. And if we do nothing tomorrow but land the caravan to recover, I think we could take a chance now. We'll see what it's like when we get there. All the tourists sort of put me off. Not that I don't mind tourists, but for her to free reins the whole way down, and buses go up and down, it's a bit awkward, because she does zigzag a bit. So we'll finish the taping here for a wee bit, to get more excitement. This is what you're walking on here, gravel path. So there's a wee bumblebee there. I had to shout at her. There was a wee bird on a rock. She was going to walk over to the bird. It's my cliff, like. I had to shout that and she came back, but she doesn't think, you see. She's going to see Twitty. But then Twitty will fly off and she can go over the edge. Them other two sitting having a wee picnic. They don't have a way in a buggy way, it's just what they're wearing. And there's another two people coming behind us. This is getting busy, isn't it? This is getting busy today. Bear in mind it's not a weekend, like. April the 3rd. This big wide bit here, I used to do this quite regularly with Shadow and all when I had him and Lucy. And just over here, I would have laid in the grass and played a wee bit of ball with him. Shadow, he loved to roll down hills. And he wouldn't have went over cliffs, like, a bit wiser, but he loved to roll down a wee hill or two. He had a nice wee silky coat, big long legs. He could slide very well. And just remember here, like around the other side, I could sit, look out at the view, rub his wee tummy, and he'd do his wee rollies and come back up and do another rollie, and back up and do another rollie. You had to make out the Gaints causeway here. It must be way over that way there, the hotel. There's a wee hill here, see a nice short grass and all. That'll lay there, a wee Shadow done his rollies, and that's nice sometimes just to sit. I want to see the wee view here, like, instead of walking all the time. There's plenty of ground over there, you're not going to fall in the sea. And there the wee gulls. Luna! Do you want to try some rollies? Luna's never got into doing rollies, but you never know, she might try today. Do you want to try and do some wee tummy rubbies and rollies? Aye. This is an official rollie spot for pups here, Luna. And she wants the ball, you see. But if I was to just sit here now, I might turn off the camera. I might sit here just for 10 minutes. So there's the National Trust Hotel, or the National Trust Centre. I can see the centre, the front of it, and then the Gaints Causeway Hotel beside it. It's not that far if you walk the fields, but we're going in and out, in and out. And then we have to walk down to the stones then. When I first came here as a wean, the thing that impressed me wasn't just the stones, the height of the mountains, the height of the cliffs. I'd never seen cliffs so high. You get the odd person who had mentioned on a video just how high the cliffs are. But there may be high cliffs here and then everywhere, but you don't get walking below them. So when you come here as a visitor, you might want to get the bus down, because I advise anybody to walk down, get the bus up if you want, but walk down and see the vastness of them cliffs there in front. Apparently these causeway stones are not just in the sea. If you would take all that cliff away, them stones go right underneath these cliffs. So if you would get a bomb now and blow up them stones and destroy them, in theory you could remove a couple 100 metres of cliff above it, and you'd expose new Gaints causeway stones. Oh, well, now, hold on, you know you're getting aggressive. You're getting aggressive! No. You know, because people come in, you can't get aggressive with people now. You know, dog wardens will be called. Right there. There's a rush hour now, Luna. Rush hour, it's all happening here. Normally when you come here during the year, there'll be bits of the path all mucky. Pretty good today, all the stones, but there was parts mucky. There's a guy with a rucksack down. I always fancy walking around the coast. I'm too old now to do it. But it'd be nice to do all the coastal walks. How you doing? There's a couple of buses up there at the hotel. Apparently, I've never tried it. I'm not one for cafes. But if you go to the National Trust CarPark, whatever it costs, it's the same price or cheaper in the hotel car park, but you get a free cup of tea or coffee provided. They're probably hoping you buy a full dinner then. Now, in all fairness to the Causeway Hotel, it was there long before the National Trust. So the National Trust have moved in and tried to make a bit of money themselves on it. One interesting thing, if you ever do pay the National Trust to go under the causeway, it's free to get under it, but if you pay them, you get a wee interactive thing that tells you the stories and all, headphones. And if you take a wee portable speaker with you that has an AUX lead with it, it's interesting to play it in full volume rather than stuck in your ear. And one of the things they said in the tour one time when I was there, you know when all these upper class people used to take a year out, whenever they finished education, they do the grand tour. The grand tour, you would tour the world, all these people with money, see the pyramids of Egypt and all that. Gaints Causeway was part of that. So all these wealthy people in the world in the Grand Tour, the Gaints Causeway, that's why they had the hotel. This place had thousands of visitors, well over 150 years ago. It was always a very busy place. And they were saying they used to have stalls on the road down at the bottom. There used to be a wee house at the bottom, and where the car park is now, where the bus turns, there was a house, and there was a full-time man paid to keep an eye on the place, and he lived down there. And there was stall holders. There would have been a whole lot of stalls laying the road on the way down. Well, I'm going to have to strain Luna again. That's what the handle's for there. Keep her under control. How then? So it always was a tourist attraction, but albeit for the very rich people. They would have come out in the horse and trap and all, and then you had to stay in the hotel overnight. And the servants and all would have came with them. It wasn't just they came out in a wee horse. You'd had the servants and all coming. So the hotel could cater for everyone. So the hotel's got a lot of history to it as well. But if you go to the end park in the car park, or even though it was never invented for cars, you'll get a free cup of tea or coffee. Luna's starting to act more normal now, ain't you? She likes watching people, so she does. Doing all this people watching now. There's 3 couples there now. Well, me and you's a couple too, Luna. We are a couple too. Luna's starting to lick my face. We might do another bit, Luna. Oh, I think she's going to roll. Are you going to roll? Is Luna going to do a slidey down the hill? Have you got any talent? Can you do a slidey down the hill? Do you want to try a wee slidey down the hill? See, if Shadow was here, he could have showed you how it was done. Luna can do slidey down hills too, you know, when she's in the mood. When she's not barking at people or chasing birds or rabbits, she can do rolly down the hills. She's not going to do one that... She's on the edge of doing it, you know. She's on the edge. A roll could come at any time. Oh, look at that. Look at, so trying to do it. Oh, it's a half a roll. No, she's doing a roll. Luna is doing a rolly down the hill. Rolly down the hill, Luna. First attempt. Rolly down the hill, Luna. That's a girl. Now, she's doing that in the short grass. Come on over the short grass and do your rollies. Luna is rolling down the hill here. Family tradition, this here. Right. We roll it the short grass, pet. You can do that short grass. Shadow was a big boy, you see. He was big. But Luna's a wee tiny compared to Shadow. I don't think we're going to get much more rolls today. She doesn't want to learn too much in the one day, don't you not? Do I do rolly down the hill? Rolly down the hill. See, in all fairness, I didn't have a camera with Shadow. I used 2 hands. I'm going to prop us here between my legs here and see if I can get her to rolly down the hill. Rolly down the hill, Luna. Does Luna want to do rollies? Does Luna want to do rollies? Come on. Tummy rubs. Tummy rubs. If I do a tummy rub, that might lead to a rolly. Tummy rubs. Come on. Nah, Luna's an up and go girl. She wants to get down to the causeway. Don't you? You want to see, oh look, she's in my pocket trying to get the ball out. If that ball went over that cliff, you would go with. Well, none of that, carry on. We're going to do walkies now. Get some of them calories. Mind that scrounging you were doing yesterday? Burn off some of them calories now. It has just gone 3 o'clock. Walking just over an hour 3 minutes, and we've done just over 1.5 miles, 1.68 miles. There's a spectacular view that can be seen from this cliff path. The thing about it, you do the cliff path in the Gaints Causeway itself, you don't see it all open like that. There's shrubs and things blocking the way. But I have never done the full Gaints Causeway path before. I'm tempted to do it today. We've plenty of time. It's not dark till after 8 o'clock. And the thing about when I go out somewhere, you don't have to reach what you're going to go to see. If I don't get to Glenarth now, I'll go there a couple of weeks' time, Easter weekend. I can do it then. But it's a shame they miss out stuff at the time because you're in a rush somewhere else. My extendable pole, Luna was going close to the cliff over there. You see the wee birds down there? That's what she's looking at. It's wee pigeons. Whole dose of wee pigeons there, boys. You always say all these clusters, gulls and all. Pigeons. Oh, there's another dog there. You know why she doesn't jump off the cliff now. Ah, it's just doing wee sniffies. More worried about dogs than leads, because they might jump at her and sort of jump back. Are you carrying your wee stick, pet? Where's your wee stick? Don't let her take your stick. Drop this wee stick. Hey, pup, look. Your wee stick. You dropped your wee stick. Do you want your wee stick? That's your stick. Oh, she doesn't want to touch it now. I've contaminated it. Ah, you take your wee stick. That would be like my wee Lucy there. The wee medium-sized one like that, eh? That's why I like Lucy there. How's there? How you doing? The wee black one, the grey muzzle, that's what like my wee Lucy. Beautiful girl, so she was. She's 5 years old when I got her from the Rainbow Rehoming Centre. She was my first wee pup. When we go around this corner here now, sheep and all can be down on the bottom, and sometimes the gates, I haven't seen sheep in ages, the gates are all lay open, but there could be gates and you have to put your wee dog on a lead. There's a gate on this side and a gate on that side. Why the farmer wants to bring sheep the whole way out here for such a small patch, I don't know. Luna, you're too close to the edge. Come on. I know she's alright, look, you see, you don't know. I thought she was going to fall off there. So I think this is the wee inlet here. This is the inlet here. And there are a lot of wee steps. Last time I came here, the steps were in bad shape. And the wee steps have a wee ramp at the side of it. It's the first time I've ever seen it. And it's supposed to be, somebody says to me, if you've got a bicycle. But would they want bicycles coming around here? I don't know. But you could put your wheels of the bicycle on the wee boards at the side to get it down the steps. So maybe some people, Luna! Some people are going to tour around on a bicycle and they might want to come to the Gaints Causeway. If I see any sign of sheep, poo, anything like that, I'll put her on the lead. But I haven't seen sheep in years. And saying I haven't been here in years because of COVID. Luna's very good with sheep. I wouldn't trust her so much with lambs yet. She's curious about lambs. She's okay with sheep, okay with cows, okay with donkeys. Luna! Don't want to be going too close to the edge. She's sniffing something now. See the ears are back because of the wind and she's sniffing. Could be them people over there. She's sniffing, you don't know. Come on this way, pet. So going back there now, the steps are closed off. This is a bad repair the last time, but people are still walking. They must have walked up beside them. So this is National Trust on this ground here. Just thinking there, the National Trust on this wee bit here. And it's probably them want the sheep in there to graze that, so some wee rare flower grows. So maybe that's why the sheep at times. Not the farmer owns it and wants to bring sheep here. They probably even pay the farmer to bring some sheep here. So that's closed off now. We have to walk the grass, them steps. This is where the airplane crashed in World War II. Wee headstone, tell you all about it here. Headstone hasn't been here since World War II, it's pretty recent. I'm no good at reading names, like, so I'm not going to attempt the names. 20th of July 2008, the stone was laid here. Pilot Officer Wilson, 20 man, from New Zealand. Vermont, Pither, Flight Sergeant, age 28, Australia. A training flight in a Wellington aircraft from Limavady Airfield. Wouldn't be called Limavady Airfield. I crashed near the spot on the 20th of July 1942. Both airmen died. They interned in Christchurch, Limavady. So that's where the bodies are now. Near the spot. It could be any of them fields there, like. But they're probably thinking they were coming to Limavady when they came here. No flight navigation, nothing. Read the weeds. But there's two of them in it, so maybe there just was two in the plane. Didn't say nothing about survivors. So because he was training. But you think back then most people couldn't even drive. And they join up the RAF and all and learn to fly a plane. They've probably not even seen action in war or nothing. They even got close to war. They got flying on a plane, all excited. And ended up there in the crash. That's not going to hold our Luna back there, is it, Luna?
Total distance 2 miles. Total time 1 hour 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Split pace 37 minutes 8 seconds per mile.
So 2 miles on now. People are interested in this map, my walks of mines. This response to be 2, you know. Where's my wee map gone? It's not displaying the map now. I'm trying to promote the thing and it's letting me down now. I don't know. So there's our walk so far. See, it looks far there, doesn't it? So start off, I'm a bit late in starting it. It should have been the rock beach there. So that's where I should have started. My nose running. Now we're up now to the National Trust. And we're going to go on down to the stones. Down to the stones. Now, Luna held me back a bit. She wanted, no, what are you eating? She fight it. I hope you're eating grass. There's nobody walking. Are you eating grass? If you're eating grass, I'm sorry, pet. Help us a wee tummy, doesn't it? The grass. Poor wee thing getting blamed again. And I'm going to go up this way here, Luna. Oh. The National Trust has just removed what steps is left. Because originally you would have had stone steps. You see the stones underneath? People would have walked up the stones. And then they came along and put steps. Now there's going to be soil erosion here. It's nice wood. That stone was really old and all, but a lot of hands been rubbing on that. So smooth. Like you need to put a new fence and put them boards back on there. Keep a wee bit of history. That's what I would do. I would use them boards over again. They'd probably get some out, tannalise things. A wee sea stack out there. I walked down there once, not worth doing. Just for the sake of going down. We're coming up to the wee gate now. There's the first gate we went down over there. And we're up at the next wee gate. And that's the hotel, Causeway Hotel over there. So we basically just go round this here now, round the outside. And we're at it. And I was just thinking, I bought a wee bottle of juice with me. I should have brought something to eat too, you know. I hadn't intended going down to the very end of this Gaints causeway. But I'm tempted to do it today, you know. Tempted. But I had my dinner before I came. I had chips before I came. She's had a full can of food. So we're not be starving like. But just like sometimes you're climbing a big hill and you get exhausted. It's nice to have a wee bit of sugar. So this last wee bit's actually a wee bit boring, you know. Because that's nice. The rest of it's just, you're following a fence round, you see the end destination, and there's a bit of a picnic site that looks horrible, and you just want to get that bit past. But at the same time, you're looking down towards the stones, you don't quite see them. But you might get a couple of other things. So, this stone here is pretty new here. They have a proper big stone as you're going down the hill. That's the hill. So that is the actual Gaints causeway stones out there. You do see them. They don't look spectacular from here. Doesn't look that far away. That's quite a walk. Whenever you go to National Trust property anywhere in the UK, you get a cast iron sign saying where you are. And if you look at my old videos, this had the cast iron sign. But I reckon it's been stolen because there's nobody here at night. At night time, you could drive a car down there if you want. There's no gates or nothing. And I reckon there's that many times this cast iron thing was stolen that they replaced it here with a rock. Probably lots of them in America, you know. These American tourists, God knows what they tell customs like whenever they're unpacking them from the airline, the hand baggage. But they stopped putting on the cast iron ones here, and they have a big lump of a stone. We end this path now, we end up on the roof of the visitor centre, and we go down the steps and avoid the visitor centre and go straight down that path, which I'm going to do. I'm not going to go near the visitor centre. The visitor centre is really not worthwhile paying to go and see the visitor centre itself. Maybe Crow. But if you come from another country and all, the wee Walkmans they have, where the earphones is very good to have. There's wee signs on the way down. So if you say you got a group of 4 or 5 people, if you bring your external speaker, like I said, one person pay. No, one person pay, and then you can play it and everybody can hear it. It'd be worth one person paying for it just to get that wee audio thing. And whenever they close, you don't have to have it back before they close. They have a letterbox to post it in after they close, and they recharge them for the next person. But there's all sorts of things out you'd miss, you didn't know. There's a camel, rocks the shape of a camel. There's things you'd miss if you didn't know nothing about it. And it's worth knowing about it when you're here anyway, because it's a long walk down. Like them stones over there, them reddy colour stones, and the red stones in front, that's signs that this was once a desert. Really hot during the day and freezing cold at night. But obviously this plate that Northern Ireland's on wasn't here. This plate would have been on down by the equator somewhere. And it just shows that, you know, how we've moved up here over the millions of years. But them rocks, when they were formed, weren't formed here. They were formed a long way away. And a wee thing I tell you that, I wouldn't fancy walking out there to have a picnic. But that's where they built it. It's miserable looking. Come out the visitor centre now. There's just one thing I will say. It doesn't bother me pissing into a hedge. But as you can see, there's not many hedges here. I don't have to go to the turret yet. But if I'm going to do this walk down there, chances I will. I'll be coming back that cliff path. Them other tourists are up above. This centre's paid, but they have one toilet that people can go use that you don't pay for. And it's near the tunnel you go through. So I'll show where it is. They should have a wee dog bowl there as well for water for a dog. I'm not sure how many streams we're going to cross once we pass here, so I'll give her a last wee go at getting a wee drink of water as well. Wee holiday cottages, they're linked to the hotel, I think. They get them all done up now for the new season. Coming down to the wee cottages now, that nice flat green grass in front, that is the roof of the visitor centre. Cost a fortune to build. I don't think it makes any difference having it underground. You know, the hotel's sitting up there. What difference does it make putting a visitor centre underground? That's why it's so expensive to get into it. I remember coming as away and it was a wooden hut. I enjoyed it back then. Very disappointed when we done the last time. You pay to get in, you've got a cafe. Why should you pay to get access to a cafe? You've got a shop, National Trust shop. You shouldn't have to pay to get access to trust shops. Take them out. Toilets, which you don't need if you've got a free one. And the actual exhibition that explains the story. It's not really worth the money. But this is the glass roof here, if anybody wants to know. So though it's underground, you've still got glass windows here at the side. So if everybody down below us here now, you can barely see through it. That's a glass roof there, like. And all the ones down below saying, fuck, we wasted our money here, boys. Probably £12 each or something like that. Later! Why don't we put you on the lead a wee minute, pet? So there's the wee buses there that take you down. Free for National Trust people. Electric, they're going on electric, boys. But other than that, you have to pay for it. We've got two of them on the go here. But say National Trust members get free. The others on the scrounge here. But normally you go down them steps, now you go on down to the stones. But I'm going to go to the toilet when we're here. So that's the end of the cliff walk over there where them people are standing. That's the way we'll be coming back. But you see all the people are all fascinated. Overwhelmed. That's an old school over there. I think the National Trust own that now as well. But that was an old school. So there's the building itself now. The glass windows going into it. What do you see? We're still walking on the roof here. So there's glass windows looking down below. Can't see very much now this time of day with the lights shining. It's a nice enough looking wee building, but it doesn't need to be underground. People don't want to see what it's like. So it's got one of them grass things you can drive a car over. The plastics, it won't go all the muck. A lot of times during the summer, even if you're in the National Trust, they want you to book the campsite, or book the car park. The National Trust put on a free bus from Bushmills to here. So if you're walking, you get to be, it's the park and ride car park. Anybody in a caravan, motorhome, you go to Bushmills and you get the wee bus. They don't even charge you, like. They don't ask if you're a member or not. The boy doesn't take any money. So there's the hotel, Causeway Hotel. If you go over there and pay the parking over there, you get a free cup of tea. Come on, Lena.
Oh no, the hotel is where the is.
The front door's over there, around the corner. So stop here and show your booking reference. They want you to book. They've even got a radiator inside that, and that's a wee electric heater inside that trailer. That's where your money goes in National Trust, keeping the volunteers warm. So just in here to the left now, you wouldn't see the doorway, there's a wee alcove. I'm going to head to the toilet. We'll stop the camera here, then a visitor's entrance the other way. That's the way the visitors will come out. Should be a wee toilet here, Lena. Do you know what? It's not labelled toilet no more now. Well, if they've done away with the toilet, we'll have to plus in it. That used to be a toilet there. It's red now. They're not opening the toilet now, boys. Well, somebody's in there. There's for wheelchairs to get in. Oh, we'll have to plus in the haze, Lena. So there's no free toilet here no more now.